Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of games? The shadows knows. Hi, I'm the Shadows Knows and I'm back with another Let's Compare video. Tonight I'll compare the game Garrison on the Commodore 64 and the Commodore Amiga. And I'll start with the C64. If I managed, I'll choose just the dwarf. And I think it's number 6 for the dwarf. No, it's number 5 for the dwarf. And yeah, what game does this remind you of? No, it's not Shoplifter. It's not Space Invaders either. I think it would be Gauntlet, and yes, it's a very blatant Gauntlet clone. And I think Rainbow Arts got in trouble for this. But since there was no Gauntlet 1 on the Amiga, at least on the Amiga this was RX. This was the only way to play a Gauntlet style game. And yeah, it's not too bad. And I bet a multiplayer game would be much more fun. This is pretty boring, but it's the same with the original Gauntlet, which I've played quite a lot on the Commodore 64. And yeah, this was a shortcut. Okay, the only choice is to walk through there and take the odd bullet. Technically it's not too bad. Scrolling is reasonably smooth. Graphics is reasonably detailed for the Commodore 64. But it's pretty boring, at least in a single player game. And I probably won't show you a whole round, because I find this game quite boring in single player. But just like the original Gauntlet, player sprite looks a little bit ridiculous. And you may have noticed that the opponents are not sprites, they are character based. Meh, come on. And I shot my food, that's not a good idea. And don't shoot the scrolls either. I think they give you some sort of spell. I don't know how I can trigger the spell. Yeah. But you have something like magic in this game. And I take the exit. And you can probably have multiple characters and choose the best for the current level. And here you can see on the right the ghosts. You don't have the background around them. And yeah, I don't think you can kill this black guy. In multiplayer, or if you can kill him, he takes a reasonable amount of the air. He takes quite a lot of damage. So in multiplayer, one can distract him and the other can shoot. In single player, no chance. You get beaten up. Where am I? Okay, I'm over there. Holy shit. Ah! I didn't want to do that. What's that? Okay, I can shoot that. Great. So do I have to... Probably. And I probably die. Oh, Schwampf. What's Schwampf? Schwampf, not Schwampf. And I survived. Controls are not... Oh, do they steal time? And I am dead. Okay. Yeah, reasonable game, not too good. Let's have a look at the Amiga version. Okay, back with the Amiga version. And I take the dwarf again. And I think I have to press space. Okay. Of course the graphics look a lot more detailed, but the player sprite still looks quite ridiculous, I think. Scrolling is smooth. Sound effects are improved a lot. It's just what you expect from an Amiga game, but I think it's a quite early Amiga game. I didn't watch the copyright, but I think it's 87 or 88, and that's really early for an Amiga game. So I used to like it back then, just because there were not that many good or reasonably good Amiga games available, and the opponent's sprites look quite nice, and they are real sprites, at least they look like that. So no glitching with the overlapping background. But it's the same boring game as on the Commodore 64. Probably a lot better in multiplayer mode. But since I don't have another player, and I'm not able to clone myself. What was that? No, don't shoot my food. Greatly improved sound effects. Still don't know how to avoid the bullets. But this game is a real improvement over the original one. I mean, over the Commodore 64 version. Don't know if it came out for the Commodore 64 first or for the Amiga. The title screen from the Commodore 64 is definitely a rendered down Amiga picture. And this slows me down. And there's some glitching. That should not disappear. But again, the slowdown is much more defined than on the Commodore 64. It just feels a little more polished. And again, I shot my food. Shouldn't do that. I got that one. And that one. Ah, come on. Yuck. There's more food. And I have schmampf again. Still don't know what that means. I think the level design is basically the same as on the oh, they can get invisible. That's... I didn't notice if they could do that on the Commodore 64. Here's the black guy. Does he steal my time? No, he doesn't. Can I kill him? It takes really quite an effort to kill him. And those, I can't figure out what they are, but them being invisible temporarily doesn't make the game easier. But in single player this is really not much fun. And I know it's a great multiplayer game, at least Gauntlet was. And this is a pretty decent rip-off. So I bet it's much more fun in multiplayer too. And I think... I don't know if I make this level. Shouldn't be too hard. Some food would be handy. And at least a second player. And I don't think there are any more opponents if you play with two or with another guy or two other guys. I don't know if this supports more than 2 players. The Commodore 64 version does. And yeah, I'm pretty much out of things I could say about this game. It's a decent game, more so on the Amiga than on the Commodore 64. Especially if you consider when this game was made. Ah, there's the exit, okay. And why can I take the exit? Exit. Damn it. Oh, this is a fake exit and I have to find another exit. Let's have a look at another corner. Is there another exit? Yes, there is, and there's food. No, it's a fake exit, obviously. Ah, come on. I didn't notice that on the Commodore 64. So maybe I was just lucky and got the right exit at the first try. Oh, it's... I hope this is... No! Okay, let's try the next exit. Will I make it? Oh, I don't have any keys more. Oh, crap. So I'm gonna die just because I don't have any keys left. Great. Ah, so I can finish right here. Since I can finish the game, I wouldn't have finished it anyways. So yeah, pretty mediocre game in single player mode. Probably better in multiplayer mode. Yeah, Amiga version definitely a big improvement over the Commodore 64 version. So I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.